probably done it. I've never done it.
Have you done it?
Yeah. No, there's another story. Says it all.
Jonny Nance, you're a boat builder, a musician, a maverick character. Tell us all about yourself.
Okay, so my name's Jonny Nance, and I'm the son of Eleanor Leach, that was, eldest daughter of Bernard Leach, and Dickon Nance, younger son of Robert Morton Nance.
And you have asked us to sell your painting by Alfred Wallis.
Yes.
You know a lot about the picture, and we want to learn today
You want to know
the story of it.
Well, I remember this painting hanging in my grandfather Bernard Leach's flat at Barnloft. Bernard Leach was given this by Sven Berlin.
Another St Ives artist, slightly on the outside of St Ives art.
He was a bit of a rebel, a bit of an outsider, and it came to me via my mother. And the painting has all this inscribed on the back, all this provenance. And he writes on the back that it was given to him by Sven Berlin in 1942. And Alfred Wallis died in August of that year, just 3 months earlier. And Bernard has written here for Eleanor.
I recognise his writing, very distinctive.
It's really only recently I've been reunited with the painting, but I've known of it for some time now.
So, Jonny, we're sitting here in a family cottage. It was in the 1920s, the late 1920s, that members of your family bought this cottage, and it's remained in their ownership ever since. This cottage, I think Sven Berlin stayed here for a bit.
Yeah, so I gather.
Uncle Robin allowed Sven to come here and live for a bit. So this environment that we're in here is remarkable, really. And again, it's steeped in the artistic history of St Ives.
Which is so extraordinary because this painting combines all the people we just mentioned in one object.
Yeah, incredible.
The interesting thing about these two families is that they represent two factions, as I've been raised to believe, in St Ives, which are the resident families, the regular community, and Bernard Leach representing this incoming group of artists. And in Bernard Leach's case, arrived here as recently as 1920. So it's all very recent history. And my father kind of fell into this sort of cleft. He was one of the very first people to be taken on at the Leech Pottery.
As a boy?
As a boy, well, yes, really. As a teenager, anyway. Maybe late teens. I'm not quite sure what age he would have been. But he was there. And one of the things he did whilst he was there was to introduce a better design of kick wheel. Now, at that time, it was all very Japanese. Everything was imported from Japan. The whole ethos was set up on Bernard's experience of the Orient. And my father's take was, well, hang on, this is all a bit labour intensive. Surely we can improve on this. My father's idea was to have a three-legged kind of stool so that it wouldn't wobble, and to have a treadle, which you could accelerate or decelerate, and you could brake it with your other leg, and you got a lot of control. And this kick wheel was developed somewhat by Bernard's son David. He sold it to Woodleys of Newton Poppleford, who started knocking these things out, and they became the go-to kick wheel worldwide, the Leech wheel, which was primarily my father's idea. Got nothing for it whatever.
Money nor accolade.
Nothing. So I'm here to shout his corner which I do at every provocation.
An aspect of the painting I want to touch on is its condition. We commissioned a picture restorer to come in and do a formal, proper report on the condition of the picture. You didn't know about this. Alison, she's called, and she's wonderful. Anyway, we sat her down at an easel to look at this picture, and the smile on her face was a joy to behold, because it's just so honest, so original. The dirt that's on it is just lovely, honest, age-old dirt.
Well, yes, it's never been glazed.
It's painted on a panel, and that panel has been split, and she saw this, and she saw that the two parts of the panel have been re-glued with love, with care, by someone who knew what they were doing.
Oh, okay.
She loved the frame.
Well, you see, there, I'm not a collector or whatever. I just think to myself, I don't think Alfred Wallis would ever have put a frame like that on.
Was he a framing man?
No, I don't think he was.
I don't think he was. Alfred Wallis's works are all over the world in famous museums, but yours, I think, is a bit special.
Yes. So I remember it as a youngster, really, but it was only much later when, as a result, really, of building these jumbos, that I come to appreciate that these paintings were surprisingly accurate. And what I mean is the fact that these are healing away from the viewer, healing to clearly quite a fresh wind, a wind in which you wouldn't have your mizzen topsails up. That's pretty much a fair weather sail. And one of the things that was striking about these boats is the widest part of the deck was well aft of the midships. And so it appears here, because the boat is heeling away, it's only then you get to notice. And so that is why the emphasis is back here. So the forward bit is all pretty straight up to here, and then you get this rapid curl round towards the stern post. And the stubbiness of the masts, of course, is just the foreshortening, because they're heeling away from you, which gives this sloping aft luff of the forelug there. So what we thought, or what I thought as a kid, was someone who just kind of was super primitive in his proportions and so on. I realise now that he was right and surprisingly accurate with it.